Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is actually my very first YouTube video. If I seem a little awkward, that's why. I'm pretty active in the makeup community and makeup panning on Instagram, but I've never actually filmed a YouTube video at all. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I'm not good with technology and the editing, so I was a little worried about it for a while, but I figured I might as well give it a try, so here I am. So the first thing that I wanted to film was a project pan that I've been working on, which is to use up 18 lip products in 2018. And this is actually my first update. You might ask, how is this my first update if it's my first YouTube video? And that's because I actually started the project on Instagram. So I'll try to link in pictures of what the products looked like when I first started, but you can always check them out on my Instagram, which is Makeup Panner. And I'll link it down below in the description box. So might as well just jump into it. I've got all my products here ready to go. So the first one that we're looking at is Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Leche, and this is what it looks like. This is the part that might get a little awkward. I haven't quite figured out how to hold this stuff, so if we can see it here. So you can see the first one, and you can see my starting line there and where I am now, so just a little bit of progress on that one. I haven't really been focusing on it so far because it's a color that I think I'll end up using more in the springtime. I've been trying to work on some of my darker shades in the winter. Second one I've got here is the Bite Lip Pencil in the shade 016. And I've been trying to pan this. I'm not a huge fan of lip pencils in general, so I was hoping to kind of move all of them out of my collection, but you can see that's where I started, that first line, and then that's where I am now. So lots of progress on this one. I usually outline the lips and then actually fill the whole lip in with them because they are pretty creamy. You'll find I actually have a lot of Bite Beauty lip pencils. They're really good, not just lip pencils, but the matte lip crayons and the Amuse-Bouche lipsticks as well. They're my favorite formula, and they're a Canadian company as well, made with all food grade ingredients, so I totally support them, and I have like all of their products. So the third one I've got is another Bite Beauty lip pencil, and it's in shade 078, which is a red shade. It's right here, so you can see where I started and where I am now. I haven't been using it a whole lot just because it's a red, and reds are kind of harder to use up for me personally, as I guess they are for a lot of people. And product number 4 is another lip pencil. This one is the Rimmel Exaggerate full color lip pencil in the shade 018 Addiction. And I've actually used this one up completely, so that was the first product that I was able to use up all the way. So it's down here, and obviously I can't really show you, but that's where I started, and then it was down to the bottom of the page. So that's that one, all done. And that's all the lip pencil type products that I've got now. So now we'll just get into some more lipsticks. So this fifth one is Hourglass, the Girl Lip Stilo in the shade Influencer, and I think this was in the Sephora Favorites kit this year. So you can see where I started, and that's where I am now. I really like the color. It's a kind of a nice like orangey nude on me, but I'm not a huge fan of the formula. I find it really slippery and it kind of slides around on the lips, so it'll be easy to use up because you have to reapply it a lot, but I wouldn't purchase the full size. Next up I've got another Bite Beauty one, and this is their old formula. It's the Amuse-Bouche lipstick in the shade Fig, which is kind of a bright pink. I haven't used it much because I'm thinking I'll probably be able to pan this one in the spring. The product itself is pretty small, you can see, and but it's a little bright for the winter for me. But but I think it'll be really nice in the spring. So I have only used a little bit. You can see there, that's where I started, there's where I am now. So not a whole lot of use on that one. Next up, we've got Marc Jacobs Slow Burn, and this is kind of a nice, like, it's almost a mauve-y pink on me. But again, I'm not a huge fan of this formula. I thought that I was, but it kind of dries down a bit funny, and it kind of gets almost sandy on my lips, which sounds weird, but it's a beautiful color though. Can't remember where I even got this one. It's just a little deluxe sample size. So you can see where I started, and that's where I am now. So quite a bit of progress on that one. I don't think it'll take me too long to use that one up. I just have to start reaching for it a little bit more, but like I said, not a huge fan of the formula. So. And the next one I've got here is a red, and I like to use this one with a red pencil that I showed you guys already. So it's another little bite one, and it's in the shade Gazpacho, and it's their Mousse Bouche lipstick. I'm trying to use this one up. I used it quite a bit in the winter over Christmas and New Year's, but I've been finding I haven't really been reaching for it now that the holidays are over, so we'll try. So you can see where I started and where I am now, which I think is pretty good progress considering it's such a bright red. And the next one I've got here is, it's actually a Buxom. It's called Big and Sexy, and it's in the shade Sultry Mauve. It's actually what I've got on my lips today, so it's nice. But again, I'm not a huge fan of the formula. It's nice and creamy, but I find it's not moisturizing, so I'm not a huge fan of that. And I've actually got it in one of my projects right now as well, so hopefully I'll be able to make some progress on that one. And I actually started it from, I think, this part of the plastic. As you can see there, a little bit of progress, but again, I need to start reaching for this one more, especially now that I've put it in a project. And the next one here is, it's Rimmel, one of the Kate lipsticks. So it's the Lasting Finish by Kate lipstick in the shade 08. And it's a full-size product. I've been trying to pan this one forever. The color is beautiful. It's like a nice dusty pink rose kind of color. But I just really don't like the smell of Rimmel lipstick, so I really want to move this one out of my collection, but because I don't like the smell of it, I hate putting it on like in the morning time, which is usually when I apply my lipstick. So let's see where we are with that one. It's right there to the plastic part, so pretty good. You can see like there's hardly anything left on that for a full-size lipstick, but I really don't like the smell. And what else do we have here? Bite Beauty and Rose Gold. So this is this side of it, it's a little dual, and this side is the Fig shade, and then on the other side is actually the Rose Gold shade. And again, haven't been reaching for this one. I think it's one of those ones that I'll probably use as a topper on top of the Fig shade, and probably more like in the spring and summertime. But it is really pretty. Ooh, if we could see what I'm doing. There it is, right there. So not a lot of progress on that, mostly swatches, but like I said, it is really pretty. It's sort of just like a topper. I wouldn't probably use it all over my lips, but the lighting's kind of bad right now, but you can sort of see. It's almost like a shiny champagne pink. Next up, I've got a little deluxe size sample of a Clinique Chubby Stick, and it's in, Clinique Chubby Stick Intense Moisturizing Lip Color Balm, and it's in the shade 03 Mightiest Maraschino, like maraschino cherries. So haven't used it a lot. Again, I think it's one of those shades that's going to be more, like I'll get more use out of it in the spring and the summertime. So it is on the list though. I look so funny doing this like this. So there you can see it, and that doesn't actually roll up any further. That's all you get with the little samples of these ones, so it should be easy to work out of my collection in no time at all, I would think. Let's see, what do we have left here? Just a couple more and some good progress. So I've got another Bite, of course, another Bite lipstick. Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Pepper. This is a little mini. It came in, I got it at Sephora, and it came actually in a little mini set. I think it was like $18 Canadian, and it was these two that came together. And they're nice, but I never really wore them together too much. So, and this one is actually completely used up, you can see. So here's where I started, and I did it to the plastic piece, so you can see it's completely gone. I really worked hard on that one in the last couple months, trying to work it out of my collection. So glad that's gone. I find with the Bite Beauty, especially the Amuse Bouche lipsticks, they're very pigmented, so you don't have to reapply them a whole lot, and so it takes a long time to actually work them away. And then I've got another one here. It's from Fresh. It's one of their Sugar Passion tinted lip treatments. And I got this a while ago, and I'm really not a huge fan of these. I find, again, well, I do like them. I like the rosé shade and their clear shade, but I find this one, it's the shade Passion. It's so pigmented. There's a swatch of it, but you can see it doesn't even swatch very well because it's so pigmented that it kind of slides around the lips and gets outside of your lip line. So it's hard to kind of want to reach for it because it's a balm. So I've been trying to work on it, but not a whole lot of progress again. I've just tried to reach for it when I go to the gym and that kind of thing, but not a huge fan of the formula. But I do like the other colors of these. The other shades are nice and they don't slide around so much. So you can see that's where I started, and that little second line is where I am now. Oh, made a mess of my paper. So again, not a whole lot of progress, but it's super tinted, so you don't need a lot when you use that, and you don't want to use too much, otherwise it slides all over your face. So it's going to take a while to use that one up for sure, and that is a full size as well. So and then I've got 4 more products left, and they're ones that I can't really measure on a piece of paper. So I'll just kind of grab them randomly. I've got the Dior Lip Maximizer, and it's the shade 001, and it's just this tiny little sample size. Came in the Sephora Favorites kit this, I guess, Christmas of 2017. So it's just a tiny little guy, and I want to work it out of my collection. I have been using it quite a bit, but you can't really see a lot of progress on it just because it's a thick formula, but you can see a little bit of a dip there. Or not a dip, but you can see where it's kind of settled right about there. So it was full when I put it into this project, so a little bit of progress on that. But I wasn't really reaching for that one because I was reaching for the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade Dolly a lot more. And I've actually used that one up completely. So that's the lip gloss that I've been focusing on. So you can see when I put it into this project, it was right there at that line and used it up. I actually took the stopper out and I got as much product as I could out of there. You can see the stopper's completely out. There's a little bit at the bottom, but you really can't get it because it's such a thick formula. It just kind of hangs out at the bottom. And just 2 left, I promise. I've got this tiny little Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade, I don't even think the shade is on this. It came in a little 4 set, like a set of 4 little mini ones at Christmas time. And I really like the formula of these cream lip stains. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of liquid lipsticks in general, but I find these ones are good. They don't dry your lips out. But in the little set, I mean, it's great for trying different colors out, but the set, the little ones that you get, they're so small. You use them like 4 or 5 times and they're just completely gone. I used up the little red one already. So that, I haven't used that particular purple shade at all. It's on the list of things to use, obviously. This is a year-long project for me, so it's going to take a while to get all these out of my collection. And last but not least, number 18, I've got another Bite product, and it is the liquefied lipsticks in the shade Chutney. And it's just this little tiny deluxe sample size. I think it was, I got it with a promo code in a Sephora order. So, still working on it. I can't really see the progress, but I have been wearing it quite a bit. And I'll give you a swatch of that one. It's pretty dark and pigmented shade. I really like this formula. It's super moisturizing, but I do find It doesn't dry down, like it's not a liquid lipstick like you traditionally think of, like the matte drying liquid lipstick. It is actually more of like a traditional bullet style formula, except it's like melted down. So it does slide around the lips a little bit, but I find it is really moisturizing and like lots of pigment. So I don't think I'll buy a full size of this particular formula from Bite, even though I love like all their products, but I don't really want any more of those ones. So I'll probably use that one up. And again, it is not a huge, like it looks bigger than it is, but you can see from like the size of the bottom where you can see the color part, like there's not a whole lot of product in there. So I have been using that one, and I don't think it'll take too much longer to work out in my collection. So that's all of my products that I have for you guys today. And I mean, I hope the video is not too brutal, considering it's the first one that I filmed and I'm kind of getting used to like showing things to the camera and actually talking to the camera and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be posting more updates. This one I posted, it was a month and a half since I started, so I'll probably post it again in another month and a half. I want to give myself enough time that I can actually show some progress, because there's 18 lippies. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe and follow along. I'd love to have you guys all along my panning journey, and I've got lots of ideas for videos. So yeah, have a good one.